what's up guys, it's your Super Playaz back at it again with your host Tony G, bringing you another amazing Market Watch, Market Mondays baby. So if you're new to the channel and you like these type of videos, definitely smash that like button, comment down below if I missed any cards, and be subscribed of course to see more Market Mondays and awesome videos from C-Rod as well. So let's get into this Market Watch because I noticed some cards just skyrocketed and obviously in some plummeted, and I recommend definitely doing your own research guys, because these are just the prices I go off TCG Player, and sometimes eBay is a little bit cheaper, but I definitely recommend you guys taking a look at some of these cards on your own time, or some of the cards that are probably in this promo set or in the sets that I mentioned. Definitely take a look at them, because don't go based on TCG Player price all the time. Definitely do your own research, and I am not a financial advisor when it comes down to these cards. It's a disclaimer. And so the first card that I want to talk about is this card, Son Goku Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku. This card was sitting at over $150 at one point, almost $200, but now, and these are near mint guys. Near mint means it's in perfect condition right off the pack to a sleeve, and probably into a very secure spot, whether it's a vault or a zip folio from Ultimate Guard, and it's sitting at $25. It was actually $88 normal price, but people have been listing it and it's been plummeting like crazy guys. It was at $100 and something. I remember the last time I checked it was like $90, and now it's less than that. It's probably gone down 60% if not 70% of the original price that we've seen. And these are lightly played, near mint, lightly played, sitting at 50, 100, some different prices of course, but I still think do your own research. Do not go based on these prices. If you find them on eBay for cheaper, definitely drop it down in the comment section. Let us know. Drop those links for the Super Playaz to know. And so these are the prices. The cheapest is 25 bucks, and the most expensive goes beyond $25. Who knows? It could be, I just saw one that was like $300 and something earlier, and yeah, see, $339. So you can see the price varying in many areas of the card. So definitely take your own time to look at it, and yeah, so definitely let me know. And another card that I saw was sitting at $100 something. People were raffling this off or auctioning it off for over $120 something, $100, and it's sitting at 10 bucks. I honestly think these cards that are stamped are worth it, just because we saw Sin Shenron, the Seeker Rare, obviously Ultimate are great, but it's gold stamped, and it's actually sitting at $49.99. So the fact that this is at $10.45, it's a steal guys. So if you can get your hands on a gold stamp, I recommend getting it, because it's relatively cheap, and I honestly recommend you guys getting it because it's good. It's a good leader. It's a great card to have as a collecting item, because once the store championships are done or whatever event is going on, I think this was a pre-release of the new set that came out. I think you had to join those events. It was kind of hard to get at first, but now it's people are selling it, and like I said, once these events happen, they're done. You don't see them again in circulation, which is kind of why they get really expensive sometimes. And right now it's pretty cheap. I recommend getting these, and it comes not just with the leader, but you also get the, let me open this in another tab, you get the Unison as well, gold stamp. I actually have mine right here. Huge shout out to my teammate, he actually sent me one. Thank you, David Fuge. But he was actually able to send me one because he had an extra one, so huge shout out to him. And but like I said, Unison is just as it's pretty pricey compared to the leader. It's $25, $30 actually. And people want like a playset of those guys. I'm only gonna do these, just keep one and one, because I'm a collector. I don't need a playset. I'll get the cheaper version, of course, of any card any day, because you're balling in a budget, of course. And so it's sitting at $25 as well. So I definitely recommend checking these cards out. If you could get your hands on them for cheaper, I recommend getting it, because look at this. I think the artwork on this card looks amazing. And yeah, so I definitely see it as $25 card. I think this might stay at $25 because it's still used competitively in very competitive decks. You see this Unison used in what deck was it? The dual color Cell leader, and then obviously you got that leader that we're using right now, that promo one that we just showed you right here. It works very well in this deck, and this guy works very well in obviously sell. So that's why it's sitting at a very like a $25 price range. So it might stay in that price range. I see it being 25 to 30 bucks. But I think you get it cheaper for sure if you check it out on eBay or even in the discussion groups of Dragon Ball Super Card Game, the auction group. So you could definitely get a chance to get it. And so I want to talk about these cards, these promos that just came out of the new tournament packs. These cards are so hard to get right now, and the meta is obviously going to be the cards that utilize this. And so that's King Vegeta, very phenomenal leader, very powerful. And if you want to play competitively, they're pretty much sold out. All the red tournament pack cards are very strong. They're insanely powerful. I highly recommend taking a look at some of these guys. If you could get them for cheap, I recommend it, but you're gonna be, the price tag on some of these are $50, so getting a playset is $200. So you could see King Vegeta being a very expensive deck right now. And obviously we're gonna go into the next meta deck with Mecha Frieza, any yellow leader. Obviously Mecha is probably the best one that utilizes this card. It's still one of the most expensive championship cards. So this is why it's insanely expensive, because it's like a topo for yellow, and you still see this at 70 bucks. I thought this was gonna go down. It's still very pricey. I would say give it a few weeks, but because we have webcam events coming up, I know the first one is Core TCG this weekend. People are trying to get their hands on this card to use it because it's such a powerful card. So, I mean, it's crazy card, man. And then we move on to the next one is SS Vegeta switching gears. This card is insanely priced and insanely powerful. If you guys don't know what it does, this guy draws an insane amount with King Vegeta. You use the little 1-drop Vegeta card and you just start doing some crazy damage. It's insanely powerful, and it's sitting at $100. So if you want a playset of this guy, it's $400. That's insane. I don't know. I wouldn't get this for $400. I would wait. Definitely participate in those tournaments that you guys could go to, because entries $5. You could probably pull this guy. If you want to sell it, sell it. If you want to use it. But I highly recommend, now that LGSs are opening up, recommend checking them all out. I know, shout out to my LA family. I know that we have Turn Zero, we have Core TCG, we have Project TCG, I think. Table One Gaming, I know Cycle Turtle. There's a bunch of locals in Los Angeles that I definitely recommend you guys checking out. And shout out to my Maryland squad out here, Dream Wizards as well. So definitely go hit up your locals, try to get those promo packs, and if you try to make a quick buck, then do it. I mean, Dragon Ball stonks. And then we have the next most expensive tournament pack. This is the most expensive one from this set. If you get your hands on this guy and you want to sell it right away, I think you'll make some really good bread for this. It's sitting at $134.99. Yes, $134.99 for one card. And if you pull this, you could sell it for over $100. All you got to do is, like I said, go to your locals, participate. You could probably play, maybe it's like $7, $5, depending on your locals, maybe 10. But you could pull this guy and you make over 100% of your profit right there. That's insane. And yeah, so I definitely recommend you guys go supporting your LGSs if you could go. Be safe, of course, wear a mask. But this guy is super expensive. Tournament packs have not been this expensive in quite a while, in my opinion. Or hit up those webcam events, because I believe you get a tournament pack in there as well. And then we go on to the next other tournament pack is Android 16 Stalwart Defender. Another great card, sitting at $30. This was sitting at $50 earlier, but it's gone down by $20. That's about like a 35% decrease in it. So I highly recommend checking it out. If you can get your hands on it for cheaper, definitely get it for cheaper, guys. But I know Android 16 is a very powerful leader as well, and also Android 21, because they utilize these cards. So definitely take a look at these type of decks. Very utilized, very versatile in this current meta. So I definitely recommend you guys checking out these awesome cards. And then we move on to the next one is Bojack, Rampaging Agent of Destruction. Very strong card, another card that's being used in the meta deck. Bojack is very powerful. It's sitting at $49.95, relatively cheap-ish. But like I said, if you want to get a playset of these guys, you're sitting at a $200 price range for just a playset, making probably Bojack another expensive card. And so I definitely just say go hit up your LGSs, try to pull these, get lucky, because if you win first place, you get like I think 3 or 4 of these packs, and you could potentially pull any of these. Imagine you pull this and the SS3 Gogeta, and the next most expensive one, which is probably Vegeta, the BR red one. I mean, they're ranging from different ranges, but you could make a really quick buck with these. So highly recommend checking it out. Another one is Chilled the Assailant. A very strong card. I think if you're green, any green deck, I think you should be running this card. It's like the Kaioken red for Kaioken Goku that is utilized in red decks. 2 red energy, you blow up anything that's you minus 25,000, ignoring barrier. This guy just does it, but the only thing, it ignores barrier, but it's actually the amount of cards in their hand. So imagine your opponent brings out a 7-drop, and they have 7 cards, you can blow it up. Pretty nice. I think this is a really cool card too. So then we move on to the next one. I think this might be one of the cheaper promo cards for sure. And then we have Dark Mask King Devilish Dominator, because Mechikabura leader is getting a lot of hype, a lot of love. People are trying to figure it out, trying to break the meta with this guy. I think he's one of the best leaders in the game for sure. But you know, I gotta stand tall with my my boy Blue Gohan, so can't deny that guy. But it's sitting at 35. It was a buyout, so definitely if you have a playset of these guys, you just saved yourself a lot of money. This was actually like $4 or $5 not too long ago, but now it's $34.99 and it's bought out, guys. So if you have extra ones, sell them now. I mean, it's the quick way to make a quick buck for sure if you're trying to sell these. And then the next one that utilizes the next most expensive, well, not the most expensive, but the next expensive SCR is Super PyCon. This was actually sitting at $200 C, 178. It skyrocketed, and now it's actually going back to 115. People are realizing like, dang, I'm selling it for too high. It's not selling. But here we have the cheapest being 115 and 200. Oh, actually there's more. 399 being the most expensive. So if you want to get yourself one, 115 is the cheapest. 300 is probably the most expensive for this card because it's utilized in the Bojack deck. So I think blue is probably the most expensive deck. It's probably going to be Bojack. Whether it's Hatchak or this SCR, you're sitting at a very expensive deck anyway. So, I mean, this is probably the best tournament pack kit you could probably participate in. These guys are so expensive and you make your money back. So, I definitely recommend you guys participate in your LGSs and try to win a bunch of these cards, except this one. This one's from like these are from like the set 12, I think. And so there you guys have it from your host, Tony G. Definitely smash that like button. Hit me up in the comment section if there's any cards I might have missed, because I do read them. I just been really busy to reply back to some of them. But definitely comment down below, like, and be subscribed for more awesome market watches. And like we always say from your Supah Playaz, y'all stay super.